It's Monday, November the 7th, 2016. I feel awful, and here are your announcements. We got an email on Friday from the State Commissioner of Education, Catherine McQueen, about our test scores from last year, from 2015-2016. The gist of the email is that since this was the first year of that test, then the scores are going to be much lower than they've been in the past, and not to panic. Look at it as an opportunity to grow from there. So that's what I'm asking you. If you look at our scores and see that we're like 25, 20%, whatever, don't panic, because we've been, in the 80s, 90s in the past. That happens because they have to set a new baseline. And what that means is that they determine, based on this test, this is like the bottom floor for our performance on it in the first year, and we will grow from there. Think of it like this. I had a good metaphor, but I've lost it. Hold on. So, if you are a baby and they decide how long or tall you are, that kind of sets a baseline, and then they measure your growth from there. So think of it like this. All of a sudden you turn 3 years old, and instead of measuring you at the doctor, we're now standing you up against the wall and putting a mark there and deciding how tall you are as a 3-year-old, and then you grow from there. We don't look at 3-year-olds and how they have grown from when they were an infant. We look at 3-year-olds and look at how they grow as a 3-year-old. And then when you get older, let's say you are a 14-year-old and you're going through puberty, which means you're going to be growing faster, you probably would set another baseline there and look at how tall you are as a 14-year-old and then start measuring from there. That's what this is. This is a new test. We've grown up, we've increased standards and all of that, and so we're trying to see how you're growing from there. Nothing to be worried about, nothing to fret about, nothing to think, oh man, I wish I'd done better on that. Hopefully you'll get your individual scores when we get state test scores. But across the state, they're not going to be good or high as they were in the past. What we will do is compare ourselves to the state average before we decide, how poorly or how well we did, and then go from there. And we want to grow from where we are. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. If you have any questions, just email me or call or whatever. I feel awful. Man flu. Bad case of the man flu. The State Commissioner of Education, her name is Candace McQueen, not Catherine McQueen. I don't know what I was thinking. I swear to God I know her name. Our testing schedule has been released for end of course test. If you're in the following classes, and you better know what classes you're in, but if you're in the following classes, you will have an end of course test this semester. English 1, English 2, English 3, U.S. History, Biology, Chemistry, Math 1B, not A, B. Math 2B, not A, B. Math 3B, not A, B. B. We have less than 6 or 7 students that are in a Math B this semester. Do not confuse it with an A. Check the testing schedule. We've emailed that out to you. It would have come from Lindsay Whedon. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, and failure to show up for your state test is a kind of thing. You're gone. Because we get in serious trouble for no shows. So work it out. Be there. Or be. And then be gone. Be gone with you. Look at the testing schedule. I'm here at our website at tops.education/testing, and it's got some information here. You can read our testing policy by clicking here. Notice that we have 4 test sites, one in Bristol, Knoxville, Nashville, Memphis, and we know which one you need to go to. If that's different than what you put on your application, then you should let us know. The Bristol test site, you can see the times here. Wednesday, November the 30th. Monday, December the 5th. Knoxville test site, same deal. Nashville test site, same deal. And then the Memphis test site is the same, except we're testing biology and chemistry at the same time on Monday, December the 5th. You need to go through that, look at the times, make sure you have it written down, make sure you can get there. If you have any questions or concerns, please call the office and let us know. You are expected to take these tests, and it is a big no-no to miss them. Today's thought for the day is about the election tomorrow. One thing I want you to look at and pay attention to is how people react to the election. There are people who are very passionate about one candidate or the other, and you might be one of those people. You might feel like all of our hopes and dreams and fears rest in the hands of this one person that we will elect. But I want to make a case for why they don't. One of the great things about the American system of government is the checks and balances that are built into it. Presidents cannot pass laws. Congress passes laws. When Congress passes laws, we have the Supreme Court that decides whether they are constitutional or not. And if the Supreme Court feels like the Congress has violated the Constitution, they can strike the law down. The president can't get away with anything they want to get away with. We have an impeachment system. We've had 2 presidents who have been impeached. Richard Nixon, Bill Clinton. It happened. Impeached just means officially charged with a crime. And whether they committed it or not, Congress decides. It works like a court proceeding. So there's that. There's also a big entangled part where states have certain powers to decide things, and the president or Congress or whoever cannot tell them what to do either. My point is that no matter who wins the election tomorrow, you will be fine. Our democratic system is very messy. It causes us to have slower, more thoughtful solutions to our problems, when maybe if we just had somebody that could make a split decision, might fix that problem quicker. But that person could also cause many, many problems a lot quicker. So be thankful you live in a country where you have a voice, where there is a true you have an indirect democracy of electing the president. You have a direct democracy of electing everyone else. So be thankful you live in that kind of country. Don't be scared about tomorrow. I know a lot of people are worried that somebody from one side or the other is going to do something dumb based on the election results, and that may very well happen. But we march on. And it's up to you, those of you who are going to be adopting the power of this country. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to be divisive or inclusive. It's up to you to decide if we are going to be full of hate or full of love. It's up to you to decide whether we're going to be warmongers or peacemakers. Because you will inherit this country from those of us who are older. And you get to make it the way you want it to be within the system that we've set up. So don't be scared about tomorrow. Be hopeful. Be hopeful that the election happens and people come together afterwards. Because there has certainly been enough divisiveness to last us a lifetime during this election cycle. And that comes from both sides. So that's your thought for the day. Have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow. And vote tomorrow, because we're going to have our own top selection. Cheers. I need to correct myself real quick. Richard Nixon was never impeached. It was Andrew Johnson from Greenville, Tennessee, hometown boy, and Bill Clinton, who were impeached. Not Richard Nixon. He resigned before that could ever happen.